Now, a fishing legend in his own mind. Here's Rick Jordan.
I am not a legend.
You are too.
No.
Oh.
I just play one on the radio.
Oh, okay.
Hey, good morning. I have a little cold.
Yeah, well, that's too bad.
Goes around.
'Tis the season.
Whew. Well, how's your teeth and everything?
Okay.
Good.
Not bad. It's getting cold enough to go ice fishing, I think.
I have. Yeah, we can talk about a lot of that. Let's.
Russ is on the line.
Good morning, Russell.
How are you, man?
I got a bad cold.
Yeah, it's going around.
Luckily, I can't spread it through the radio.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, a lot of people were coughing and choking at the St. Paul Ice Show last week, and people seem to be a little healthier in Duluth overall. So we'll see what the ice show gives us this week.
We have better air.
I think so.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what Grandpa
We
used
have
to say.
more ice. Man, do we have ice.
Yes, they have been blessed with some warmer weather. A lot of their lakes haven't even frozen over yet down there.
Well, they are now.
Okay.
And so there is ice from the Canadian border. We have friends and some dealers we deal with all the way down into Indiana, Nebraska, and they're all on the ice.
Wow.
That's how big this cold thing is. And the Indiana guys, actually the guys we deal with are actually farmers that have this little bait shop in the corner in the wintertime. There's nothing to do, and they run it, and they buy a lot of their stuff from us because we always have it for them. And we usually hear from, mid-January, mid-February, and they've been on the phone all week because they didn't prepare, because they didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
And there's no inventory out there, so they're calling like crazy, saying, "What can you share with us?" And so, we're trying to keep them in stuff too. So here we go.
Well, I get that. We got pretty cold pretty quick and early.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, this is January weather.
Yeah.
Literally went from sweatshirts to winter jackets.
Literally
overnight.
Yep. I still haven't dug out my winter jacket. I'm just wearing two jackets.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. You were in St. Paul for the show. How did it go down there?
It was busy. People were, of course, they have ice now, and normally that show it's not uncommon for us to see people in t-shirts and shorts, but not this year. Everybody's on the ice. They're on ice in Minnetonka. They're on the ice in Mille Lacs. They're on the ice up in Red Lake, of course.
Yeah.
They're on the ice in the harbor here. I mean, so when you're talking, going into the full second week of December and everybody's on the ice, that's pretty early ice, and it's good ice. I mean, it's like ice cubes, and it's 10 inches in a lot of places, but it's still first ice. Just remember, we've only had ice for a couple of weeks, so you can't trust everything next to the beach and on creeks and things like that, but overall the ice is in pretty good shape.
I had a buddy up in Grand Rapids, a grizzled old fella, who said, first ice is dangerous ice.
Yeah. And we should always treat ice always as first ice, just in case. You never know when you're on a spring or something. But this first ice, one nice thing is there's no slush, basically, and it's crisp, hard ice. I mean, it's really good. People are already buying extensions because they can see what's going to happen.
For those who don't do ice fishing, an extension is a sign of a very cold winter.
Yep, and we're on our way. When you see 10 to 12 inches of ice going north this time of year, and we aren't even in January yet, unless Mother Nature decides to get warm in January or something crazy. But if the weather patterns stay as they are, we could be on 30 inches of ice before February.
Oh, and that would be totally ice-free by June 1st.
Yeah, we could be a long bout. Yep. Yeah. Could be. We'll see what happens.
So how has fishing been on those lakes?
It's great.
Good.
Yeah, fishing is good everywhere. And it's the harbor is on fire. It's really doing well, and that's good. And we always talk about this one. We're not on the way to Island Lake or Fish Lake or places like that, so we stay fairly busy as that cranks up. But when the bay freezes, we're like Matt and Johnny and them guys, and people are coming from everywhere, and we can't keep minnows in the tank. So it's our time of the year,
Yeah. You used to live out the west part of town where the river gets...
Still do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
I look at that, the Thompson Dam, and I see the water spilling over there. That's got to take a long time around that area to become safe ice.
Well, normally, but we have the same thing. We're standing on the ice there.
Wow.
It's really cold. I mean, and the water was super cold, and so there, we're standing on the ice. I wouldn't go way out in the middle, but I mean, they're standing on the ice.
When you were a kid, did you take a safety device out with you? Like a life jacket or a little pontoon or something?
Heck no. Because we were dumb. You know, I mean, I used to say I should have apologized to my parents because I used to sail those boats for Eddie Drill from Bayfield back to Duluth. You know, some of them were 35, 40 feet, and I would do it all by myself and not wear a life jacket and be running all over the deck. I mean, now that I think about it, I say, what was I thinking of? But when you're a kid, you don't think about it, you know. So that's why you hear me always talking to kids, wear a life jacket, because I was stupid, you know.
Yeah. I can remember canoeing on various lakes, rivers down in southern Minnesota. No life jacket, no safety belt, anything like that. We're lucky to be alive, Russell.
We used to run the snowmobiles off the edge and across all the way to Wisconsin, right across from Spear Lake. Stuff like that. Never think anything of it. Now I look and I see those little potholes of slush. I'm thinking, I wonder if we just plain got lucky, you know.
Better to be lucky than what?
Yeah, the other
thing.
Deceased, yes.
Oh. So fishing's been good. What are we talking about, walleyes here?
Yeah, mostly walleyes. Every now and then somebody will catch a trout or something, venture in with those fish and things. But it's been good, and it's fun, and it's good quality ice. You got to be careful a little bit, you know, again on shorelines and where creeks come in and things like that, because it was only 6-7 inches, and that water could be a little warmer. But overall, there's not much runoff. We didn't have much, you know, water in the fall, so we're looking at. Well, if you look at the next 3 or 4 days, you know, it barely gets above zero, and there's really very little snow. There's dustings in the forecast, but very little snow. So we probably will have another 3 or 4 inches by the end of the weekend. I mean, we're on. So it's good, crisp ice. It should be good. You know, people should take advantage of it.
I got to ask you. I wouldn't be a very good journalist if I didn't ask. How many times did you fall in?
In my life, I've broken through the ice, but not fishing, just screwing around early ice and things like that. I went through, and I'm 5 feet tall, right? So I'm not stupid enough to go out in deep water. You know, I don't want to be over my head. I'm Gary Severson, we've talked about him. He's gone now, but he used to say, I'm fishing up at by Knife River or French River, and we're catching fish. But he said the ice is pretty thin, and you can't go there because it's over your head. Okay.
I can hear him saying that. Yeah, he's a rascal. Good fisherman. Yeah. One of the best.
Very good. Yeah. One of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, a good guy. And now you're at another ice show.
Yeah, so we've set it all up, and so the factories. So what we do is we put this booth together in St. Paul. We tear it down, put it in a semi truck. Jeff Foster Trucking picks it up for us, brings it over, parks it at the deck, and we take everything out and put it up again. And then the factory guys from Eskimo and Clam and Otter and Razor and Maven and Ion and Striker and all those people that are all in the ice fishing factories follow us up, and we do it again. And so Duluth is lucky. It's the second largest ice show in the region, in the States. You know, so I mean, it's a good show. It should be a lot of fun. Lots of deals, discounts on tents and augers and things like that. And then we've got Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel. A little twist on Twiggy. You know, everybody's used to Twiggy coming in and doing summer shows. Twiggy's going to do ice safety deal. So Twiggy will be skiing, but they'll be doing the thing on early ice and ice safety. So that'll be sort of nice. We got the question and answer booth. We got the frozen basin where if you catch a fish, it's got a certificate on it. You can come and redeem it at one of the booths and buy something with it, and it's just like money. So it should be a good time, you know. And weather's going to be cold. I always remind everybody, come early because we share that parking lot with Bentleyville and sports events and whatever else is going on at the deck. So come early before all that stuff starts and get a good parking place. And if you're going to go to one of those events, great. And if you're not, maybe finish up, get out of there, and make room for somebody else.
The arena parking lot, I think, is busier than, well, let's see now. What's a big busy place? Well, the stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Yeah, I think, same thing in St. Paul. They've built buildings where there used to be parking lots, and sometimes they build parking lots on different levels, like the one we have at the deck. But a lot of times, just build buildings on it, and it's harder to park. So there's lots of parking downtown. Skywalk comes over. There's lots of parking. You just got to pay attention.
Yeah, take a bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Russ, keep a tight line. Thank you very, very. Oh, it's some good deals at Marine General.
Well, we're always running those specials. Some of the deals, we'll always give the deals here at the store, but some of the things they're going to be doing on the show, like they're going to be giving away towels and hats.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you buy an ion auger, they're going to give you a carrying bag. Those are going to go away when they go away. Those belong to those factories, and they come in and use it as support. But as far as the deals on tents and augers and stuff, we do the same thing here at the store, and we'll continue to do that for the next couple of weeks as people get cranked up. But it's going to be tough to get augers. Let me tell you, it's going to get tough to get some of the tents, so don't wait too long.
I found in my garage a hand-operated drill.
Yeah.
A red one. I don't know. It's like brand new. I think I won it at an auction or something. Is it worth anything?
Yeah, if it's cordless, especially. Is it a hand drill? You mean a hand auger? You mean
ice auger? Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, a hand ice auger. Oh yeah, sure. And there's not many of them made anymore. There's StrikeMaster makes a couple. Razor is the big one now. You can save 20% on Razor at the show.
Okay.
The factory guys will be there, and they make a series of hand augers and things like that. Eskimo didn't. You probably got an Eskimo. They didn't build it this year, so they're expensive to build for the amount of people still buying them, but it's a good thing. I mean, first ice, it cranks good. It doesn't weigh anything. You got to use them in the boundary water, so hand augers have a place.
Ah, good. Thank you, sir. Have a good time this weekend, then.
Thanks. See you. Bye.
Wow, look at the time already. 9:26.
All right, we got Pat Kugel on the phone.
You talked up to the phone. Hi. Would you rather talk to me, Pat, or listen to Feliz Navidad?
Well, let me think about this. I do love that song.
All right, show's over.
That's enough.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and it's Christmas Day out, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a little too.
I know. We just have to bug up, remember where we live, and say all the things we say every single year. At least we don't have earthquakes. At least we don't have tornadoes.
What's going to happen this July will be a big old tornado right down Superior Street.
I know.
You ever have a tornado? You're on the South Shore, right? At your house?
No, we never have. And as a child, I was deathly afraid of them.
Yep.
Because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to go home anymore.
Well, yeah.
I watched it too much, and I was really. I had an unhealthy, and we'd never had a tornado. Like, I was a worried little child, and I really enjoyed worrying about everything, including things that would never happen.
Exactly, yeah. Typical. I was a newsman. We have time, don't we, Dave?
As much time as you want.
I was a young fledgling newsman of probably 26 years old, and there was a bad storm out there, so I picked up my two-way radio to go on the radio in Mankato, and I'm out there, and I hear over the police monitor in my car, man trapped in car at such-and-such lake by tree.
Oh.
Wow, that's interesting. So I drove over there. It was just a mile or four away. And I talked to the guy who indeed was trapped. And he said, you know what I need? I need a cigarette, but for some reason I can't move my arms. Okay, I don't need to know all this. And no cops or ambulance or anything has come yet. So I gave him his last cigarette.
Oh, my gosh.
And,
my gosh.
It's a thing that every time there's bad weather, I hearken back to that. That was an eye-opener and a heart-tugger.
Yes, of course you would. And that would be indeed something that you would remember. Oh, my gosh, that really is. Yeah. And it stays with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It stays with you.
And the good things stay with me, too, including the fact that I caught fish and grouse this year.
Grouse hunting was good from everything I heard.
Yep.
at least from the people I talk to, really good, and that's wonderful. How's your dog performing, though?
Not
Too
yet.
young yet? Too
No,
young?
I got to show you a picture. I used to show pictures of my kids. Now it's a dog. I'm torn between training him for hunting and just letting him be a dog.
Well, you can do both. It's easier to let him be a dog, you know. And some of them, you know, they're so instinctive that you don't. They're smarter than you already for hunting.
That's true.
And it's true. So you know, it's okay to do both. You know, it is a difference if you really, you know, for showing and things like that. That's a whole different lifestyle.
Oh, he'd win that. That'd be no contest. So that I don't want to worry about that. He's so beautiful.
You have my permission to do what you want.
Well, we play hide the biscuit around the yard and the house and in the garage.
Oh, God.
He always finds it.
Oh well, yeah. They know more instinctively than we'll ever know.
Exactly.
You know, they're truly wonderful animals. We're blessed to have them.
His name is. Are you sitting down?
I am.
His name is Saginaw. Does that ring a bell?
Where did that come from?
There is a wonderful lake just in the boundary waters, Saginaw Lake.
Really?
And my wife and I had good times up there when we were single. No, I'm without kids. I meant
without children. Yes, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. And we've had another dog named Saginaw, a black, and we figured this is our last dog, so let's give him the crown.
So you don't actually say that whole multi-syllable name, do you?
No, it comes down to Sag.
Sag, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Or
that's good.
Or a naughty word.
Or some other word, yeah.
Hey, we better talk about your
4 letters, yeah.
Better talk about your store as we get ready for Christmas. Shooter Supply.
We are, and we're there's a lot of sales now. We've got hats on sales and gloves on sales and sock on sales. We still have a lot of ammo. We've got a few closeout cleaning things. We will cheerfully wrap any present you want. You can even bring in different present and we'll wrap it for it. That's how accommodating we are.
Wow.
And we have, I know. And with every handgun you purchase, 50% off of any holster here. The rebate is still going on with the gun safes and the Browning and Winchester firearms through the end of the year. And we have gift certificates, of course, one size fits all. So, this is a good time of the year. We like it. We have fun. We had one family come in, one family come in, and they left with 4 guns, one for each family member.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great way for everybody to be equal and get training at the same time.
The family that hunts together stays together.
Darn right. Hours at Superior Shooters?
Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
Lots of free parking there, too. Pat,
lots of free parking.
Thank you. Johnny Charlstrom, top of the morning.
Good morning.
Cold enough for you?
Yep.
Well, if it's not, it's going to get colder, so.
All right.
Thanks. That's the good news. You want to hear the bad news? It's not going to end.
Well, next week we're going to see 30s on Tuesday, they're saying.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I know. That'd be pretty amazing, actually.
I think I'll wait to shovel that.
Yeah, if we can get through the cold weather this weekend.
Who does your driveway, your parking lot, John?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a plow for the little GMC, and so if it's a snow day, then I have to get up about an hour and a half earlier to get the lot knocked out before customers start showing up.
Yeah. Do you do anybody else's driveways, yards?
No. During some of the big storms, I'll go help one of my buddies when he's plowing out our church at Kenwood, because that lot is kind of a monster, and it's nice to have about 2 or 3 trucks pushing snow there.
And that's right in the snow belt too.
Yeah, it always fills up there for some reason.
Well, it's been cold enough. A lot of ice. We were just talking with Russ. There's more ice than people really realize out there.
Yeah, I don't know what Russ is saying, but I know from the information I've heard locally, I'm hearing 7 to 9. It sounds pretty much where we're at, and I suppose after we make it through this next cold snap, we'll be closer to a foot, and a lot of people are going to be getting out when we get that warmer weather next week.
I am a chicken when it comes to walking on ice. I will gladly walk in somebody else's footsteps, but I don't want to be the first.
No, I don't like to be making the fresh tracks out there. That early ice spooks me, but we're well past the early ice now, so
okay.
Even I'll be getting out there. Probably this week is because I'm finally getting to the end of the deer sausage orders and the deer orders, and so now I'll get a chance to get out and do some of the outdoor activities because things are finally getting wrapped up in the butcher shop.
Good. Yeah, you had a long season in the shop.
Yeah, and thank goodness we had. I had some extra help this year. We had a couple more skinners come back, and another cutter came back, and boy, if I'd be out there till February if I didn't have all the help that I did, because it was more than I could handle by myself, that's for sure.
You're a tough guy. Hey, some information. What would we use for fishing now after we get the hole sunk? Wait a minute. Let's back up. How deep should we be fishing?
On these inland lakes, our reservoir lakes, Island and Boulder and Fish Lake, I'm always starting in that like 10, 12-foot band, unless I'm going and trying Rice Lake, because Rice Lake doesn't get that deep, and I'm just fishing 5 feet. But,
okay.
About 10 feet of water on Boulder and Fish Lake, and maybe 12, 14 feet on Island. And there's sounds like Boulder has been giving up some decent walleyes. Chubs are working pretty good, and I have to imagine Fish Lake and Rice Lake are going to be doing pretty good, especially in another 4 or 5 days once we get past the cold snap, and then we'll have a lot more information coming in once we get more bodies out there.
Yeah, right. Sure. What kind of terminal tackle?
Oh, yeah, well, just what everyone's... the nice thing with ice fishing, a guy can legally run 2 lines, and so if you want to have a tip-up or a dead stick, something just sitting there on a plain hook, like a nice shiner down there, and definite, I would get one of those little flashy jigs, and a smaller crappie minnow or a medium-sized chub, and you got to have that one jig that you keep on working, and then one tip up that you keep on peeking out of your ice house and wait for that flag to go up. And some days it seems like all the action is on the dead stick or on the tip up, and other days they just sit there and you can entice them with the jig. So be prepared for everything, and have a Vexlar or a marker with you so you can see what's going on beneath you.
Yep, and some hot coffee maybe to keep you alive.
Hot coffee or a thermos of soup, and it's a good day.
Yeah, good idea. All right, what are your hours?
Bait shop opens up every morning at 6. Archery opens at 9. we close them down together at 8 o'clock and 7 on Sundays.
All righty. Well, keep a tight line. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
All righty. Take care.
Johnny Charlstrom, thank you very much. Coming up on about 17 minutes before 10. Dave Miller, top of the morning at Northwest Outlet Superior.
Oh, good morning, Rick. Good morning, Dave. And, my feet are cold, my hands are cold, my head is cold, but I'm in the right place.
Where are you?
I'm at work.
Oh, good. Glad somebody's working today.
I got a snow plow and a steer to clean the parking lot, but I got started with a shovel, and by gosh, I got the sidewalks and the lot all done, and it feels really good. I'm not a go to the gym guy. I'm kind of a go outside and cut firewood or whatever.
Yeah, what kind of plow do you have?
Oh, it's a what is it? It's a Fisher plow.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
big truck
on the truck. Yep.
Good.
Yeah. But this little dusting, it wasn't much, but it was enough, and it looks good. But gosh, before we were even close to being open, the parking lot started filling up with people, and everybody's looking for warm stuff with the forecast coming on.
Very good idea.
Yeah, and we do have the ski passes now for the Superior Ski Trail. We've actually had them for, I think, about 10 days, but there was a couple of people waiting in line just to get in to get trail passes to go cross-country ski. And so, the winter sports are really kind of starting to ramp up. Snowshoes are selling. Of course, we don't sell any cross-country ski stuff other than the passes, but the store is really looking great in terms of what we got and the colors and the sizes. But it's just been a steady stream of people coming in looking for work clothes that are warm, looking for fun clothes that are warm, looking for Christmas presents. And if all else fails, we got some great gift certificates, and it's just fun helping people get things that they need and get ready for whatever they need to be ready for.
I have a suggestion that I've kind of perfected over the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah?
A nice warm jacket, which I got, by the way, from your shop. A red one.
Deal.
But when the wind is a little too much, combined with the temperature, a windbreaker, a good nylon windbreaker on top of that, cleans everything up. Great.
It's amazing what that extra layer will do in terms of trapping the heat inside.
Yeah.
Especially if it's breathable. That's kind of one of my things when you're out working out and stuff. But so many of the clothes these days are really, the winter clothes are the jackets, I should say, and stuff. They're kind of really designed for layering, which isn't a bad thing because depending on the temperature, you can kind of control where you want to be. But even with those things there, sometimes, when the weather's nasty, putting a windbreaker on over the top of them or a rain jacket on over the top of them, it probably gives you 10 degrees more comfort.
Absolutely.
And,
especially when it keeps the wind out.
Not a bad thing at all, but choppers and all the good things. Those are you got to have them to have fun here. Long underwear, oh gosh, it's fun helping. I call them Nipigon nylons.
Okay.
Everybody's set up with good warm stuff. So folks, whatever you need to be out. Christmas presents for those that need it. You got to check us out at Northwest Outlet. We got lots of stuff. There's parking outside. We're open 9 until 7 weekdays, 9 to 5:30 on Saturdays. We're closed on Sundays. And folks, just have a great season out there. Be careful and don't get sunburned.
Matt King, top of the morning.
How are we doing?
Pretty good. I got chilly riding to work this morning.
We're making ice.
Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We could hear it on Secret Lake overnight. I don't know how much we have out there, but the dogs are having a great time.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty good ice season so far. These temps have stayed cold, even with a little bit of snow on there. We got such cold temps that we're getting ice still.
How much snow do you have up there?
Well, so it's kind of weird, right? Because we still, like around here, we got kind of some of that lake effect, I would say. And then if you go, I would say we got probably, we must have 12 inches around here, I suppose, somewhere in there. But if you just keep going north a little bit, it's a little lower.
Dave, what do you get in Superior?
Oh, there's got to be 10, 12 inches over the last
I don't have
weeks.
anything near that up in Easontown.
You've been lucky.
And about 5 inches.
I had the snowblower out twice this year, and I think that matches all of last year.
Wow. What's that, Matt?
If you go over towards Rapids area, too, that was when I was over there about a week and a half ago, they had way less snow than here, too. Now, they might have got hit a little bit with this last storm, though, a little bit heavier than we did.
Yeah, it really varies. It really does. People ask.
The good part is, sorry to interrupt, the good part is it's been all that light snow.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that real heavy, wet, slushy stuff, so
that's
good.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoveling.
Well, it's been shaping up to a good ice season.
Well, you got ice, and that's a real good start for the ice season. Some lakes, again, I say this from a guy who's fallen through ice too many times. Check ahead. Talk to people.
Yeah, it never hurts to, drill a hole every so often if you're unsure. Check it, see where you're at. Use caution, and don't push the ice. We don't need to be driving out there and stuff ahead of when we should be, and having people go through and whatnot. So it's been one thing we've been seeing. A lot more people spearing than I have seen in many years.
Hopefully northern.
Yeah, lots of northerns. It's been,
wow.
Yeah, I talking to Johnny Chelstrom, too, and he said the same thing. He's seeing the same deal, a lot of people spearing. So we've been going through a lot of sucker decoys. They've been using more live decoys, I would say, than they have been. I shouldn't say they could be using both because they probably have both, but they've been buying a lot of sucker decoys. I don't know what's triggered that, but a lot more people spearing than normal.
Well, if you got a big old sucker down there, at least you got something fun to look at.
Yeah, that's a guy was just in this morning. He said he had about a 15, 20-pound northern that he didn't get him, but he was right there looking at his minnow and just wasn't quite in the hole enough. So, that's kind of a fun fish to see like that.
Do they fashion a bigger hole then for that?
Yeah, they cut a pretty big hole, depending on the size of your house and whatnot. And then, the one key there, too, is if you cut those holes like that, a lot of people, it really helps if you mark that with branches and stuff in the snow and everything around it so nobody drives into it, walks into it, whatever, so you're not nobody gets hurt because it is a pretty big hole.
That is a very good tip. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't want to see anyone get hurt with that.
And the hunting seasons are over? Grouse is done now?
No, we got grouse till the end of the month.
Okay.
And then we've got muzzleloader here through this weekend. And, that's winding down, though. Everything's pretty much winding down there. We got a couple weeks. It's hard to believe that we're already getting close to Christmas here.
Well, you've got Christmas presents for me and my family. I know that.
Yeah, we've got. So we're not going to be at the ice shows going on right now. We're not down there, but we are running all the sales in the store here. 10% on reels, sleds, augers, houses, Vexilar flashers. 20% on rods and combos, gloves, hats, tackle. The Fisherman's Corner sweatshirt is 20% off, which if you wear our stuff back in the store, you get a 10% discount. We got 30% off footwear, waders, and socks. We've got 40% off blaze and camo clothing and 50% off deck boots. So, we got sales here going on. I mean, if you know anybody that likes the outdoors and you want to get them a good Christmas present, I mean, now's the time. We've got huge sales, and we're stocked up. We're supposed to get another pallet in today of ice fishing stuff, so we're ready.
You've been working that store a couple of years now. Has there been anything that snuck up on you, and I guess a big surprise that you said, "Wow, I didn't know that happened"?
Well, about the biggest thing going on right now is that one of the largest tackle wholesalers in the country went out of business.
Oh, who's that?
And it's called Big Rock Sports.
Yeah.
And so they were doing everything, and they are out of business. So now the people are trying. It's not so much of a big deal for the summer stuff, but the ice fishing. There's only another one closed down because the guy retired, and so what you got then is these other two companies that deal in the ice stuff. They're trying to take on all these customers, and they're kind of getting bombarded with doubling their client base. Yeah. And so it gets a little bit harder to get supplies and whatnot. So it's taken us a little bit longer. Usually I have all my ice stuff by now, and so it's coming in, and so that's just we'll get through it, and we'll just start looking at a little bit more factory direct and things like that.
Well, before we put our line down, what are you putting at the end on your terminal tackle?
What am I?
What kind of terminal tackle do you use ice fishing?
Oh yeah, so I like what's really one of my favorites for like crappies would be the moon glows. I like those little moon glows for crappie jigging tipped with a couple waxies. Then I like for pike, I usually use a quick strike rigs and put those down. And I like either two ways I like to do those. Either a big sucker live minnow, or I like to take a big smelt and put that smelt down there for them pike. And I get them horizontal,
Yeah.
That's key. They get it horizontal, so it's sitting there like that. And then for like walleyes, I run a dead stick with a plain hook, sometimes a colored plain hook, and a minnow. Or then I'll jig another one, and that jig I usually use like maybe a buckshot spoon from Northland, or a Swedish pimple, something like that. Sometimes they want it just sitting there, and other times they like the action, right?
Sure.
So, that's kind of different. It just depends on what they're looking for that day, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes walleyes can be finicky, as we know. And so it's kind of. But those are some of my go-to things. There is a couple other lures too that some guys in here last year were really going nuts about. Was these the little tiny number 2 Swedish pimples for crappies? Jigging those. And they were hammering them.
Yellow. Yellow color?
No, one of the favorites was blue.
Okay.
I
got them.
Yep, they were. I used it then last year. I said, well, I'm going to try this myself. And I'll tell you what, worked very well. Very well.
Well, Strandberg's playing your song.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell you, we got to scoot. You keep it tight.
You guys have a good weekend.
All right. Be good out there.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.